I'm Kathleen Crichton, and today is Mother's Day, Sunday, May the 10th, 2020. Under ordinary circumstances, I'd be getting ready to go to church about now. But we actually videoed the worship service on Thursday afternoon, and it's up on the internet. Things are different right now in this time of coronavirus pandemic. I know for a lot of us, we've been changing our whole lifestyle the last several weeks. We've been living differently. A lot of us have been at home. And a lot of us are wondering, when is all of this going to be over? When are we going to get back to where we used to be? And I've been thinking about that the last few weeks. You may recall we did a video out here a couple of weeks ago. These Easter lilies were in bloom. They're not blooming anymore. They're done. They're finished. They won't bloom again until next year. That's over. But as I was poking around in my garden, I found these lilies. These are yellow lilies. This one has a bud on it. It's going to bloom in the next few weeks. These are what I'm calling White Flower Farm lilies. I don't know the name of them. There's some sort of Asiatic lily, and a few years ago we made a trip to White Flower Farm in Connecticut, and this is my souvenir of our day at White Flower Farm. So these are going to be yellow lilies. They're not going to be Easter lilies. They're not going to be these white Easter lilies. They're going to be yellow, but they're going to smell great, and they're going to be gorgeous. They're going to be covered with yellow flowers. It's kind of how the world works. I'd like to say we're going to be able to go back to where we were before, but we're not going to go back. We're only going to go forward. You know, as I think about it, life is not like a car. It does not have a reverse gear. You can't go backwards. It's not like the browser on your computer. You can't click the back button and go back to the page where you were before. You can only go forward. I wish it were different, but that's how it is. We can only go forward, and the future might look a lot like the past. The lilies are going to be yellow instead of white. It's going to be different. We're only going to go forward. The end of the book of Revelation, at the very end of the Bible, at chapter 21, verse 5, it says, "And the one seated on the throne said, 'See, I am making all things new.'" At the end of the book of Revelation, Jesus didn't tell us it was going to go back to the way it used to be. It's only going to go forward into something new, something different. And for some of us, it's going to be hard. But for some of us, it's going to be a challenge. For some of us, in the end, as we look at it, we're going to say, wow, good things did come out of that. Who would have known? But it's going to be different. See, I am making all things new. As I wait for these lilies to bloom, and I will show them to you when they bloom, we are moving forward into a future. Life does not have a reverse gear, but it's okay. God is with us.